This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weights. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show.
Hey, what up? Happy Tuesday. The Jason Walker Show. Hanging out in the man cave. You can watch on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Our Twitter handle at JWalkerSports. Our email, jason@jasonwalkershow.com. You can get a hold of us anytime. Coming up today, more basketball. Also a chat with Sue Halls Bannon, the outgoing Capital cheer coach, leaving on a high note and yet a sad note. We'll talk to her coming up. And more NAIA words. And potentially, if you were watching the show last night, some breaking news coming in this next hour. Hopefully. The Walk Up brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes. They are the premier log home company in the industry. 3 distinct divisions, so you can create the log home of your dreams and your budget. They have milled, handcrafted, and timber frame. Get a hold of Montana Custom Log Homes today at yourcustomlog.com. Let's see here. Where are we starting today? Let's go to the right. We got NAI tournament. NAI first and second round basketball starting tonight. That'll be in Helena and also in Butte, locally, as far as that goes. Let's see here. Carroll women will play Rochester, Michigan tonight in the PE Center in Helena. Carroll women 2 wins away from returning to the final site, Sioux City, Iowa. Carroll 11-1 at home this season. Only lost to top-ranked Thomas More. And Rochester has won 4 in a row. However, Carroll's won 13 in a row. Of course, Jamie Pickens, the co-Frontier Player of the Year, Cam Hilborn, Sienna Swanik, some really good basketball players for Rochelle Sayers' squad. There is a game at 5 p.m. as well. Carroll women will play at 7. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun game. And good luck to the Carroll women. Let's see here. Who else is in action? Well, that'd be the Western women. Let's see. Could we get the Carroll rest of the bracket? Yes, at some point. Jamestown, North Dakota will play IU South Bend at 5 p.m. here in Helena. Okay. Montana Western is in Park City, Kansas, where they'll take on Philander Smith out of Arkansas. Rocky Mountain College will take on Menlo over in Lewiston, Idaho tonight. On the men's side, Montana Tech taking on Westmont, California. You've got Thomas More in Eastern Oregon featuring former RLE standout Philip Malatar in that bracket. So good luck to all the Frontier Conference teams in action tonight. And hopefully all can advance by winning 2 games and advance to the final sites. Kansas City for the men and, of course, Sioux City, Iowa for the women. Jesse Owens of Rocky, Jamie Pickens, Carroll, your final Frontier men's and women's basketball players of the week, announced Monday. Owens averaged 22.5 points, 3.5 assists during last week's Frontier tournament, helping Rocky reach the semis. And Pickens averaged 22 points, 10 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks, as Carroll women won the Frontier Conference championship, regular season and tournament title. High school challenge games last night in Northern B. Wolf Point knocked off Fairfield in a buzzer beater. Buzzer beater 3. And Wolf Point now heads off to the state championship. I was trying to see if we could get it pulled up here. And we definitely will try. But I don't know who hit it. I just know it was awesome. Let's see. Can we show it? Yes. This is courtesy of the NFHS Network. Here you go. Wolf Point for the win. There's no audio because it's no big deal. Are we going to see it? It's here at the bottom of the screen. There it is. Boom. 3-ball winning. Everybody goes nuts. Some people are sad. Wolf Point gets the win. Let's see here. Also in the Southern C Challenge game, Broadview Lavina held off 32 points from Bryce Grebe to beat Melstone 54-46. Grebe scored 22 in the fourth quarter. But not enough, and it'll be Broadview Lavina advancing to the State C in Billings, which starts this week. All the high school tournaments get going this week, Wednesday through Saturday, which is exciting time of the year. Love this time. Plus, you've got spring training, World Baseball Classic, yay, but spring training getting going, and couple weeks away from the Major League Baseball season. I cannot wait. Okay, still waiting on the go-ahead for the breaking news. Hopefully we'll get that to you before the hour is up. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back, and we'll chat with outgoing Capital cheer coach Sue Halls Bannon. Her team sent her off with a big win, and she'll join us for That's What She Said coming up next. The Walk-Up, brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes. Veteran-owned, family-owned, woman-owned and operated. 3 distinct divisions, so you can create the log home of your dreams and your budget, and they will work with you. You can have your own floor plan. They have over 15 different floor plans, from 700 square feet to 30,000 square feet. They'll get it done. They'll travel to your job site. They'll finish it. They'll make sure it's perfect. Get a hold of Montana Custom Log Homes at yourcustomlog.com. Get started. Sue Halls Bannon, Capital cheer coach, when we return here on the Jason Walker Show.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Spring is fast approaching and summer is just around the corner, so now is the time to get those windows tinted at Auto Concepts as the sun starts to heat up. Tinting is the best way to keep the sun out of your little one's eyes driving down the road. Plus, it just looks cool. Auto Concepts is your exclusive 3M dealer for tinting, as well as the best clear bras in town. Auto Concepts clear bras will not fade or yellow over time. And don't forget about suspension lifts and power steps for your rig too. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com or check them out on Facebook. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals. Everyone knows about Dinners Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinners Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients, along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinners Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com.
Ah, summer. A time to work in the yard and get all those projects that you've been thinking about all winter done. And when you've had enough, go to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar to cool off, relax, laugh a little, or a lot, your choice. Have a drink and play your favorite games. There's plenty of new games and your old favorites. Now, if you don't want to work hard and the relaxing part sounds the best to you, then just head over to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar on Dredge behind Jade Restaurant. Happy summer, everyone.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show on a Tuesday. Hoping to get some big news out today. TunePocket.com. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. On the way on this day in history. Got some NAI track news and much more still to come. But it is time for Dinner's Done Right. That's what she said. Make sure you stop in at Dinner's Done Right and grab and go salad. It is so good. Gift cards are available. Take home that night and make it. You can freeze them, and individual meals as well. Oh, and cookie dough, like edible cookie dough that is made on site and made to perfection. It's really good. They have it all. Dinner's Done Right in Helena. All right. So yesterday after the show, did the Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. Some great wrestlers earning that from MSU Northern and Providence. Then I get a text or on a Facebook message from our next guest, and she said, hey, might want to mention the Capital First Place Cheer Squad. I'm like, Sue, you got to tell me this before I do the show. She also recently announced her retirement after 20 years. And took time a little bit this morning to chat with her. Although when you take a little bit of time, it's not a little bit of time. Sue likes to talk. And she has a lot to say. And we'd love to hear it. Here's on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline, Sue Halls Bannon joining us, Jason Walker Show. All right, Sue, we have so much to talk about because you announced your retirement after 74 years of coaching Capital Cheer and Dance, and which is crazy because you're not even 50 yet, but congratulations on that. And then you guys go down to Vegas because you couldn't go to divisionals and then win first place in a cheer competition and just blow everybody out of the water. So we have so much to talk about, but first off, how are you?
Hey, thanks. No, I'm great. So much. Yeah, we do have a lot to talk about. So first of all, it's not the cheer and dance. I just do cheer. 20 years of amazing kids. I can't even believe it's every night I've been looking at pictures and trying to wrap my arms around all the kids I know. And gosh, just like in the last month, my former cheerleaders, I think we call it our Bruin cheer baby group. There's like 9 new babies. After 20 years, it seems like every week one of my former cheerleaders is having a baby or getting married. It's crazy, just all those connections I have. And it's going to be sad to leave this team I have right now. They are really good, as can be, what do they say? The proof is in the pudding.
Mm-hmm.
They went down to Vegas and just slayed it. It was amazing. Yeah.
Why retirement now?
Mr. and Mrs. Bannon, that would be my husband and I, are moving to Salt Lake the 19th of March.
Yep. It's a bummer.
I know. Well, yeah, it's I have my 3 kids, my 3 daughters and their families, which means my 6 grandkids live in Salt Lake now. And for a while they were kind of spread around, but now they're all in one place. And it seemed like a good time for us to pull up stakes and move down there, and got it. So that's what we're doing. I didn't think I'd ever be able to talk my husband into moving, but he's very excited about our new stuff and doing something new. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm super. It's going to be really hard to leave my cheer team, though. I'm not going to lie to you.
Oh, I bet. How many tears have you cried since you thought about this decision?
You know, I honestly, every day, I cry about it every day. Last night, I had a little bit of a solo cry fest, just because I was kind of organizing my pictures from our trip to Las Vegas, and then I went down this dark hole to, like, I was looking at our pictures from senior night. I honestly, if I can be honest with you, Jason, I was not prepared to not go to state basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I had that in my brain that we would do, like, have a final family on 3, and we would do one more halftime routine, and we would all have this end of the season experience. And so I'm struggling to figure out how to make the end of the season experience be what I wanted it to be. We are going to Lewistown next Friday, the 17th of March. The cheer coach at Lewistown in Fergus County, she has gradually put on this every year for, I'd say 15 years. She's done this end of the season cheer competition. And she's just struggled, I think, to get any momentum into that, because Lewistown is a little bit difficult to get to. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. No offense to Lewistown. And we've gone a couple of times some years ago, but again, it's just difficult to get to. But this year, she's got 27 different Montana cheer teams going, and I think 8 of the AA schools are going to be there representing. So it will be probably, for Montana, our biggest high school cheer competition we've ever had. And so my kids, our Bruin kids, are really excited for that. And that's next Friday in Lewistown. So that'll be fun.
And then you leave 2 days later.
And then, yeah, I'm coming back that night late. And then the 18th, hopefully our U-Haul will be done being packed, and pull out the 19th.
Oh, you're going to be missed. You know that, right?
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. I've made a lot of connections and a lot of friends, and it's just kind of, it's been a labor of love. Mm-hmm. It is a program that, and I know they did a big article in the paper last week about me, and I'm so thankful, because Chris Peterson and I get along great. I just think he's an amazing sports person, and we love talking sports. The article was a lot about me, and what I wanted it to be about more so was about how hard it is and how important it is to build a successful athletic program, period, but a cheer program in Montana. I am so lucky, and I'm so lucky, and I don't have to say this because as of next week, I'm no longer an employee of Helena School District, but I've been very lucky. I've had principals, administrations, and just tons of support at Capitol High for our cheer program. It baffles me when I hear stories of other schools. There's a school, a AA school in Montana, I'm not going to say names, that they have to do their cheer practice in the hall. there is another team in the state of Montana, AA, that lost their practice space end of February to the city men's basketball league. There is another school in the state of Montana that they don't provide them a bus to get to state basketball, so they have to have kids riding in Suburbans and cars. And it blows my mind that we cannot get a support for Montana cheer programs. I am very lucky. I have a great relationship with Kyle Mihelish, with Guy Omquist, with Coach Katie. Probably the best, most important relationship I have is with the wrestling coach, because we have to share a practice space. And I don't know, I've been through like 4 or 5 different wrestling coaches. And as a cheer coach, I have to make those relationships work, because they get done at 5:30 and we need to be in there at 5:30. And, as a coach, sometimes you go over, like sometimes you need like 15 extra minutes. And the wrestling coaches and I have just found a way to make that all work. And the last month or so, they've done open gym for softball, and, we make that work. And it's just that part, and building those relationships is so important. And I am so lucky that I figured that out early and started making those relationships work. And so for that, I'm very grateful for all of the people at Capitol High School and the parents that have made that happen.
We're talking on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline with Sue Halls Bannon, who's stepping down after 20 years. You and Steve Keller are almost synonymous with, well, I guess just retirement, because he announced his a couple of weeks ago too. So 2 longtime staples of Montana sports no longer going to be with us.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for comparing me to Coach Keller. That's the honor of a lifetime. Yeah, that's huge for Montana, because when you think of high school and college basketball, he's one of the first faces that come to your mind. So yeah, it's kind of crazy that it'll be without him. He's had a great career. Him and my husband are friends, and he and I are friends. We have a lot of friends in common, so I've known him for a long time. Congratulations to him, because what a great career he's had.
All right, let's talk about Vegas, because you guys could not go to divisionals, which it sucks because none of your teams are going to state, like you said. So now the season is over. But Vegas, take me through it. What was it? And then we'll talk about the first place team.
Yeah, it's a competition cheer is so different than high school game day cheer, and Coach Sue Bannon is more of a high school game day cheer than a competition cheer coach. It was a lot. How we got involved is one of the cheer camps and one of the cheer programs that we kind of attach ourselves to is World Class Cheer. They're out of Southern California, and they have, you hear like on ESPN, you'll see UCA and NCA. Well, WCC is another one of those cheer groups, and we are so excited that we connected with them years ago. They changed our program, World Class Cheer, and how we do our stunts. And so that being said, their competitions, because again, almost every state in the United States has state competitions but us. But most of the time, those cheer competitions are during the cheer season, like January, February, March. And we have a policy, we cannot miss a high school event to go to a cheer competition and then not be at our high school event. And so it was a perfect storm this year that the competition in Vegas happened to be the same weekend as divisionals, which we in AA, they don't take cheer dance or bands to AA divisionals. So it worked out. If it would have been last year, we would not have been able to go to Las Vegas, because last year divisionals was in Helena and we got to cheer then. So it just seemed like the right time and the right opportunity. So yeah, we've been working really hard on this routine. There's so much that goes into competition cheer. Like you have to get your music licensed, and you have to have different elements in your routine, and it's just a lot. And you know me, it's a lot, and it's almost more than my brain can handle. But I have kids on my cheer team that have grown up with all-star cheer and competitive cheer, so it's kind of been nice having their experience. So you get to Vegas, and first of all, we're in Vegas. I'm in Vegas with 18 teenagers and Vegas. And I'm like, how am I going to even keep track of this? And, they turn into different kids once they see the light. All of a sudden, one of them wants to get a tattoo, and one of them wants to go do this, and one of them, they want to go to the strip. I'm like, whoa, hold the phone, kids. We're here for business. So that got a little hectic right when we got there, but we kind of got that all wrangled in. And it's a lot. So, we're used to, like, for example, a regular football game. We meet at 4 o'clock. We hang up our signs. We casually get ready. Then we go down the cafeteria and have a team dinner. Then we do the car train, get to the Vigilante an hour ahead of time and, chit-chat and warm up a little and then get ready. Well, a competition, everything is like you have 6 minutes to do this, and then you got 5 minutes to do this. You have 2 minutes to hydrate. You got 3 minutes to practice your tumbling. Then you're behind stage, and then all of a sudden you're on stage, and it's a stage that you have not ever been on because you're not allowed to practice on that stage. So you're practicing like on these mats back in this conference room area. It was just a lot, and I'm really proud of the kids. They did amazing. To be honest with you, it's kind of like a football team. We did not do our best. It was an ugly win, but because we had such good fundamentals and we were good at all the little things that we won. We were, it's pretty crazy because the things that we always do perfect, we kind of bobbled a little bit, and the things that we struggle with, we did perfect. So it was like a football team that maybe the quarterback throws 3 interceptions and fumbles twice, but they still win the game because the defense was good, special teams was good, your offensive line was good, and so all those other things worked out. So I was, then everybody's sitting around and you're all holding hands like they see on TV, and you're waiting to see if they're going to call your name, and they called the third place team, and it wasn't us because I thought, hopefully we'll place. So I thought, about the same time, this is what's going on in my brain. The third place team gets called. At the very same time, I have people from Kalispell texting me that the boys are up 8 with like 2 minutes to go. So I'm feeling, yes, great, good for the boys, the Bruin boys. So I got that going on my phone because I'm no offense to people in Kalispell and the basketball parents, because of course I asked for updates, but I have this award ceremony going on. I got the Bruin boys in the fight of their lives, and I'm just like, my head is spinning. And so then they call the second place team, and it's not us. And I thought, oh no, we're not going to place. And I was feeling bad because the kids, they absolutely did their very best, but we did kind of get caught up in the hoopla of it all. And then they call our name, and I just fell backwards. The kids started crying up and down, jumping up and down. And most of the teams that are there are from New Mexico, California, Nevada. We're the only team from Montana. And, I don't know that they thought this, but if I were them, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, get these kids from Montana. Who do they think they are rolling in here? And then we just killed it. And the kids were so excited. And our difficulty is as high as it can be. So all of our stunts that we do are at the highest level of difficulty. Our entire team did the jump, which not all the teams usually do the jump. We have 3 or 4 flyers that are at the maximum level of, or tumblers, at the maximum level of tumbling. So we hit all of those high points, which gave us the victory. So it was exciting for the kids, really exciting for the kids. So, it was crazy. And so we've been working on this routine since August, and the routine itself is 2.5 minutes, and then we're done. And then we celebrate our awards, and then we're done. So it's so different from high school cheer. And so while we're celebrating our victory and so excited, and the kids are all excited because we are planning to take our competition routine and do it as a halftime at state basketball, at the very same time, I'm getting a text that the Bruin boys just lost. So my emotions are like, oh my God, no, we won. And it was a lot of stuff going on at that moment. It was pretty exciting for the kids. Now, one of my favorite moments, I'm sorry to keep rambling.
No,
one of
you're
my
fine.
One of my favorite moments, and I know this is so crazy. So high school cheer is different. The rules are different, high school cheer and then all-star cheer. So on a regular, the floor for high school cheer is just like a regular matted floor. But then they switch from high school cheer to the second half of the competition is all-stars. So they have to take off all the plywood. They have to replace the floor completely with they put in the spring floor. Then they put more plywood over the top of the springboards, and then they put mats. So when they transfer from the high school floor to the all-star floor, it is a chore and a half. Well, just like every other place in America, in the West at least, they don't have enough staff anywhere. So they had the staff people that were changing out this floor were like, I don't know, I'm just going to say a bunch of like Sue Bannon aged men with they didn't have enough staff. They had like 5 people that couldn't lift a piece of plywood. So we're just kind of watching, and my team is kind of watching because we're kind of over to the side of that big, giant performance area. And all of a sudden, without even hesitation, my entire team flocks over to that, and my team basically does the floor transformation. Between the boys and the girls, they're pulling off the plywood, carrying the new plywood over, rolling out the mat. It was something that you see in a movie that you just can't believe. And I was still like overwhelmed. They didn't know the boys had lost yet. And I'm like overwhelmed with we just won and taking pictures. And there's my cheer team of 15 girls and boys, or 17 boys and girls, completely doing this giant task. It was something that was really amazing to me to watch that. Because, you know, they're in their fancy hair bows and their fancy uniforms, hauling these big pieces of plywood. And no one asked them to do it. They just did it. And it was such a cool, I can't explain that moment, but it was just made me so proud to be from Montana and just to know what great kids we have here.
I just showed that video that you posted on your Facebook page of them helping put the mat out. That was pretty cool. That was very, very cool. Yeah.
Super cool. Yeah.
I also showed a picture of the ring.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's like a half a Super Bowl ring right there. I mean, that's not something small.
No, I don't think we realized we were getting rings. And then we got this giant banner too that, you know, everybody's running around. We had the really cool first place banner, and somebody said, well, we can hang it in the gym with all the football banners. I go, I don't think we're going to be able to hang that cheer banner up in the Raptors Capitol.
I don't know. You've got pull, Sue. I would think so. You've got pull. They have to bring you back for a retirement banner hanging.
Yeah, wouldn't that be fun? Oh yeah. Well, I gotta come back and help and do some stuff. But yeah, I'm just so excited for the kids. I mean, you know, because you've been around it, but man, they work so hard.
Mm-hmm.
The last 3 weeks, we've practiced like 7 times. Like we practiced like twice on Monday, twice on Tuesday, 6 o'clock on. I mean, I've been working their tails off the last 2 or 3 weeks. I think I counted from the middle of January until the 1st of March, we had 35 practices.
Wow.
Yeah, I busted their butts the last month and a half. So.
Well, I'm bummed I don't get. Well, I was going to be at the State A anyway, so I wouldn't have seen it. But to see how you guys would have stacked up with, the Bozeman, the what are they called, the Billings West, the one I like down there.
I know they don't do that anymore. You know that I told you.
High voltage.
High voltage. The dance coach, that high voltage dance coach, is no longer there. So, I mean, they're still good, but it's not the same by any means.
Yeah, Tracy Stanaway was the coach, and she was fantastic.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I love that lady. Yeah, super cool. I think a couple of her daughters. I think they went ahead and were dancers like for the San Diego Chargers or something. She's amazing. Yeah,
I think
super cool.
Piper or Story, one of the two. Yeah.
Yeah,
Piper.
we were. Yeah, we're disappointed we don't get to go see basketball. Oh, I have to tell you, this is so cute. I think it's funny. So it's just, so now we're focused on Lewistown next week, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. And I'm going to make sure that I post some stuff on my Facebook, but the frustrations that we had, the few things that didn't go right in Vegas and we still won, they're going to take those frustrations out next Friday on, and it's going to be crazy. It's going to be a routine for the ages. So I'm excited for the kids. I gave them yesterday off because a lot of people didn't get back from Vegas until late Sunday night. So I gave them last night off. So we're practicing tonight, and they're ready to get back to work. I'm already getting text messages, let's get back to work. Let's do this. So they're excited.
We're talking with Sue Halls Bannon, Capital Cheer and Stunt Team Coach, right? I can say that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I have to ask you this because it was in the news. The one girl, I think she was in Nebraska or Kansas, her whole team quit right before competition. She goes out and performs on her own, and I think she took 5th on her own. It was a cool story.
Yes, I saw that. Really cool story. Yes.
Felt bad for her, but good for her for sticking it out.
Oh yeah. It's the whole competition stuff. So just because I'm moving to Utah, I've kind of not that I'm going to be a cheer coach in Utah, because I don't think that my grandkids are going to want me to do that, but I kind of been looking at some of the cheer jobs down in Utah, and every high school, those big high schools, they have 6A and AA. They all have like a game day cheer team and a competition cheer team. And like one of the schools down there, it's Corner Canyon. That's where Zach Wilson went to high school. And they have 58 varsity cheerleaders.
Wow.
58. Yeah, unbelievable. They have a competition team. They have a travel team. They have a game day team. And it's I don't think it will ever get to be like that in Montana, obviously, but I would love to see. That is probably my biggest regret. I have 2 regrets. One, that I was not able to move the needle on getting AA to approve cheer, dance, and band to go to divisionals, because one of the reasons that they started divisionals in AA is so that teams that typically have been in the cellar and the kids don't ever get a tournament experience, they have made the divisional. So one of the reasons was so that the athletes get a tournament experience.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now we are in that seat of we did not have that tournament experience this year. And that, I just think that sucks. So I was not able to move the needle on that, not even an inch. And I was not ever able to help more schools or more coaches be able to find ways to get more buy-in to their programs. And those are 2 of my biggest regrets. You have to have a cheer program that is sustainable, and and it's really hard. It's really hard in this state because just many reasons. But yeah.
Well, you and I have talked about this before, Sue, that your team kind of helped change the stigma of guy cheerleaders throughout the years. And I know colleges have always had them, but, especially at the high school level, you've got football players that don't play other sports or don't wrestle in the winter or play basketball. They're with you on cheer squad. And I think, that is a kudo that you deserve and other coaches around the state, because you're getting rid of that stigma of guy cheerleaders, which is, you need them and they have fun and they're part of the team. And this isn't just, this is a big deal. Guys can get cheer scholarships to college too. It's not just for the gals.
Oh, thank you for bringing that up, because right now, currently, I have 3 former Bruin cheerleaders at MSU. I have 2 boys, Nathan and Caleb, are cheerleaders are on the spirit team at MSU, and then I have a girl, freshman, Jocelyn. So next year, David Marshall, who is on our team right now. He was on the offensive line for the Bruins championship team. He was the center. So last summer, he goes to cheer practice in the morning. Well, he goes to weightlifting at 6 in the morning, comes to cheer practice from 8 to to 10. So, and I had another guy on my team this year that played football. And Mihalis was so helpful to work to make sure that they got to do everything that they wanted to do. Now, in addition to that, I don't know, I'm sure you know who Nyla Herndon is.
Yep.
She is one of the top pitchers in softball. She was on our team, and she played volleyball. So we worked around her schedule. She was a stunt person. I do believe we are the first team to ever, in Montana for sure, to have a female stunt partner that of Nyla's caliber. You know, all of my girls stunt, and they do all that. But Nyla was just on our team for stunting because of her strength and her athleticism. So we had 2 football boys and a volleyball player, and we worked around that schedule. And David is an all-star or all-state football player and varsity cheer captain, and now first place competition champion. And he's on the alternate for the East-West Shrine game. But in addition to all that, he's going to try out for MSU, and he'll make the team. He'll be a stunt person at MSU next year.
That's awesome.
So that is another thing I'm very proud of. Very proud of that.
Well, you should be. And, you know, you could say that, you know, the last 2 years have been the year of the Bobcat. This year has definitely been the year of the Bruin, because basketball state championship, softball, I think, took 3rd, football state championship. It just, and then you guys take 1st in Vegas over the weekend for cheer and stunt. It's an impressive run right now for Capital.
Yeah, it is an impressive run. And in the middle of all that, our men's golf team, they took first at golf, state golf. That was pretty cool for them.
Yep.
Yeah, and we had a really good run at state wrestling, which was awesome for the kids. Our kids, we just, you know, wrestling's hard to cheer for and hard to be there, but our kids really enjoyed cheering at wrestling this year. Usually we only cheer at crosstown wrestling, but we added a couple more wrestling events to our cheer schedule, and that was super fun. And we really get to know the wrestlers because we come up there right when they're getting done, and the kids see how hard they work, and some of the wrestlers, you know, they linger and they see how hard we work. So I think that's a big part of our program that you pointed out, that when you get the football players and then the wrestlers see us working hard, and the volleyball team has one of their own on our team, it makes for a real family feeling, and everybody supporting everybody. And that's Capital High for you right now. Everybody supports everybody, and I really love that.
Before I let you go, I got to ask, how many Bobcat games are you guys going to make it back to?
That's an excellent question. We are hoping to make it back. So, well, the conference opener for the Caps is at Weber State. So we'll be able to go to that one.
Yep.
Down in Ogden. So we'll go to that one, and I know for sure we'll come back for homecoming. We'll probably come back for another one. Our group that we have our season tickets with, they kept our 2 tickets still. Somebody else in our group bought our tickets, but we'll be able to come back to any ones that we want. And then my really good friend Susan, she and I have a tradition that even when the Cat Grizz game is in Missoula, we always go. So we'll make plans to go to that. So I'll fly back to that, and we'll go to as many as we can. Another thing I'm excited about, kind of away from cheer, is like when Boise State volleyball team comes and plays Utah or BYU, I'll be able to go watch Paige Barch.
Yep.
Super excited about that. When Danny comes down with the Lady Grizz, I'll be able to go watch her. So my husband and the Barch dad have been friends their whole lives. So we're kind of excited to do that. I'm very excited to go to Utah football games. My little granddaughter is in competitive dance, so I'll be able to be involved with her. My oldest grandson is in the marching band at Murray High School. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Well, you got a lot of things to look forward to, and most of is the grandkids, because, you know, I having a 4-year-old that isn't really near my family, but near the Weiss family, it definitely, grandparents are the best, man.
Yeah, I grew up in southern Utah, and I had all of my grandparents within 3 blocks my whole growing up. And my kids did not have that opportunity because then I moved to Montana, and my parents moved to Arizona. So I'm excited for that part of my life to be that. And my three daughters, we get along really great. They're huge sports fans. My husband's a huge baseball fan, so he's excited to go to AAA baseball in Salt Lake. And I'm going to say this only because it's baseball, but BYU baseball field is beautiful. I will not be attending BYU events, but my husband will be going to BYU baseball games, so he's excited about that. So
no, well, you have to do me one favor. So you have to go to a BYU football game and take a picture from inside the stadium. I've only seen the outside in person, but it's a great stadium. I'm not a Utah Ute fan. I'm not a Utah State fan. I'm not a real big BYU fan, but I love Ty Detmer back in the day. I mean, I was 9, but I've seen the outside of the stadium there in Provo. But yes, their baseball field, I drove by it. Amazing.
Yeah, so he's excited about that. We're excited because, we're sports fans. I mean, Bobcat fans, Bruin fans, number one. Of course, speaking of football, I'm on pins and needles today with my Lamar Jackson situation. I'm just telling you, I can't even. Last night I had a dream that he was lost in Afghanistan, and I can't get it off my mind. I need this to be done today, so that'll be another thing. But so we're excited about going to like when I was like Josh said, we can go to football game every Friday night. We can go to Saturday football. It's going to be weird not being on the sideline. I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to sneak myself on the sideline. That's for another day.
Maybe it's best you stay off the sideline for a while.
I know. Exactly.
And who's going to do your Where Are They Now stories?
I'm going to try to do some of them. I might have to separate myself from that a little bit, only because my buddy Nate Dolan, who I love, I think he's going to step away a little bit because his son, JJ's going to go to MSU. I'm sure he'll probably redshirt this year, but I think Nate's stepping away a little bit. And so I don't know. I might have to step away from that. I've talked a lot about starting my own thing and doing something like a podcast or like a drive with Sue in the morning or something. I do. And I'm sure you probably don't see it, but during football season, every Friday, I'd go Facebook Live for about a half hour. And when I quit doing that, people would say, "Why are you not doing your Facebook Live?" So I think that I have enough followers that maybe even down in Salt Lake, I'll be able to get a little bit of feedback. And I'll certainly call your show. I'll be listening to your show still, and I can call in and harass you.
Yeah.
But I might step away a little bit from that page. I don't know. It'll be more difficult because I won't be in the know. Not that I'm in the know now, but I pretend to be in the know now.
Well, those were fun stories to read from you. And anytime I have a cheer question, you're going to be the first one to get a hold of.
Thank you. Yes, I appreciate you.
It's been fun getting to know you over the last few years. There's been some ups and downs. Really one down. I don't even remember why, but you're back. You're on the show. It doesn't matter. We love you. We're going to miss you and your husband. I mean, nobody makes a drink like him.
Nope.
And I still miss those out on the golf course. So.
Yeah, it's going to be different for us. Josh has lived here his whole life. So, and I've lived here for 32 years. So it's going to be different for us, but it's going to be exciting. And some less snow probably. Well, I don't think less. I think it's a little warmer, but my daughter, like yesterday in Salt Lake at the last weekend, my daughter in her front yard got 22 inches of snow. Oh, so it is going to be in Salt Lake. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're going to get lots of snow. Oh, tons. Yeah. Yeah. But it doesn't get as cold, I don't think. No, not as cold. Yeah, I know. But this, it'll be different for us. It'll be good. It'll be good. Like I was saying, though, here, everywhere we go to the grocery store. And I know I'm that person at the grocery store. When people see me coming down the aisle, they're like, shoot, I don't have 20 minutes to spend talking to Sue today. So now down in Utah, they're not going to know who I am. So. Yeah, well, you won't have to worry about people turning and seeing you and running the other way and running down the next aisle. But they'll hear you from a mile away. There's no question about that. Probably. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Sue, tell Josh hi, and good luck in Lewistown. Let me know how it goes, and we'll be keeping an eye on your Facebook to watch them grandbabies grow up. And congratulations on a great career and changing cheer in Montana for the better. And keep up the great work down there in Utah, and safe travels.
I appreciate you so much, and have fun at State A. Where is that at?
Bozeman.
Bozeman, that'll be fun. Well, have fun. Good luck. Thank you.
That is Sue Halls Bannon joining us. Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. Dinner's done right. That's what she said. Love talking with Sue. She's a blast. All right, quick break. Come back, wrap up the show, tell you what's coming up tomorrow next here on the Jason Walker Show.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Everyone knows about Dinner's Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinner's Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients, along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinner's Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Spring is fast approaching and summer is just around the corner, so now is the time to get those windows tinted at Auto Concepts as the sun starts to heat up. Tinting is the best way to keep the sun out of your little one's eyes driving down the road. Plus, it just looks cool. Auto Concepts is your exclusive 3M dealer for tinting, as well as the best clear bras in town. Auto Concepts clear bras will not fade or yellow over time. And don't forget about suspension lifts and power steps for your rig too. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com or check them out on Facebook. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Ah, summer. A time to work in the yard and get all those projects that you've been thinking about all winter done. And when you've had enough, go to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar to cool off, relax, laugh a little or a lot, your choice, have a drink and play your favorite games. There's plenty of new games and your old favorites. Now, if you don't want to work hard and the relaxing part sounds the best to you, then just head over to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar on Dredge behind Jade Restaurant. Happy summer, everyone.
All right, welcome back. Final segment, Jason Walker Show on a Tuesday. Thanks to Sue Halls Bannon for joining us. Always fun talking with her. She loves her sports, and she loves her Bruins and her Bobcats. And congratulations to the Capital Cheer and Stunt Team for taking first at the WCC down in Vegas over the weekend. That is really cool. Still waiting the final go-ahead to break the news that we've been waiting to share since last night, so we'll continue to wait. Let's see here. What else? Big Sky Tournament. Montana Grizz with a big win, and they advance on to the next round, which I believe is the semifinals, right? Yeah. Grizz beating Idaho State last night, 83-74. Semifinal against NAU tonight. That'll be on ESPNU and ESPN+. I know the Bobcats play tonight as well. Let's see. They will take on whoever won between Weber and Sac State. And I thought that was Sac State, but I could be wrong. I mean Weber. How about we check it? Has that been updated yet? Yeah. Weber won last night, 70-64. So NAU and the Grizz at 6:30, and then the Cats and Weber at 9 tonight, and both those games on ESPNU. And then you've got the women also in action. No Cats, no Lady Grizz. They both lost out. Today, semifinal, NAU Eastern, and then Portland State, who knocked off the Cats, takes on Sac State. So there's your update on the Big Sky Conference Tournament. Let's see here. We mentioned Wolf Point beating Fairfield last night. Broadview Lavina beat Melstone, so they advanced to the state tournaments. You have the state AA in Butte at the Civic Center, and there is no better place in Montana to do a basketball game than at the Butte Civic Center. There's a lot of great arenas, including Four Seasons, which has the state B this weekend. You've got the state C at Metro Park. The state A is in Bozeman, where I'll be calling the state A boys with the NFHS network. Chet Lehman's going to call the girls' games. But no better place than the Butte Civic Center. Man, it is fantastic. Let's see here. Was there anything else we could mention? Yes. Forgot this yesterday, and I don't know how. Rocky Sydney Littlelight took second in the mile at the NAI indoors over the weekend. She's really good. It's her second place in the indoors at the mile. She's fantastic. Love watching her run. And she was on the show last year. She's a sweetheart too. So let's see. I saw this too. Jeopardy last night. All the contestants missed all of the sports clues. So they started with the $1,000 clue in sports. The category was in the sport. And the clue was chucker, gag bit, mallet, a lot of money. Everybody guessed roulette and horse racing. The answer is polo. The $800 clue, penalty killing, plus minus, the 5-hole, the biscuit. And nobody answered it. That's hockey. They missed another one about, well, this was the $200 clue. Inherited runners, appeal play, pickoff, baseball. I don't even know what to say to that. I can't remember the other two clues, but yeah. How do you not know anything about sports? Like anything. One simple little thing. Pickoff play. Everybody, that's baseball. Everybody knows that. Apparently not. All right, let's do this. Nope, let's do this. There we go.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
All right. Still have not yet got the go-ahead to announce the breaking news, so we'll have to wait at least another day. Or the social media later today. Got to finalize it. Got to get it finalized. Oh, well. The walk-off brought to you by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. Stop in for the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. That may be on the dinner menu this week. Cafe Zydeco. They're open 11 to 8, Tuesday through Saturday. And 11 to 3 on Mondays, closed on Sunday. All right. I think that's it. Thanks to Sue Halls Bannon. Gonna miss you and Josh. They head off to Utah in a couple weeks. We're a couple of weeks away from spring. We're a few days away from crowning all the state champs for basketball, and winter sports comes to an end. And then we turn our attention to softball and track and field, golf. Cannot wait to get out and golf. Oh. Snow and cold, go away, please. All right, we'll do it again tomorrow. Looking forward to it. And then Thursday, Friday, we'll be in Bozeman for the State A. So hope you can join us. Have a great Tuesday. We'll see you on Wednesday. If you missed anything, go to jasonwalkershow.com. We'll see you.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.